Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And this is our Strength and Swings class. You'll need a kettlebell near you, maybe a light, maybe a heavy. We'll get warmed up, and then we'll get back into our get-ups today. Some presses, continuing working on our pistol squats.
Or Cossacks, or both. Or both, okay.
See and then swinging and doing some get-ups.
Right on.
Simple, not easy.
And it is stonkers here today, and that's just maybe a crazy way to say hot. It's so hot today. Take it easy, check in with your body. And Lauren again said she was feeling wizzy with dizzying thoughts through the body. So we'll start with the breath. Put one hand on that belly, the other on the chest. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill the belly full, and then exhale, pulling the belly to spine. Repeat again, big breath in, make room. Breathe into the belly and exhale. Now that belly button will stay in tight to the spine and breathe into the chest. Breath in and slow exhale. Keep that belly button in tight to the spine. And one last time up top, breath in, fill the rib cage and exhale. Now take a big belly breath in, make room. Expand. Exhale, pulling the belly button to that spine. Now keep that belly to spine and fill the abdomen spaces with breath. Fill the back and exhale. That's Lauren's title belt she's putting on right there. We'll do that one more time with the belly button in tight. Take a breath in, strengthen the spine, help the abs here, or strengthen the abs, help the spine, and exhale. Now shake that out. Next, we'll ask Lauren to do all of those things, including big belly breath, and then breathing behind and brace. Let's do that. So Lauren, take your big belly breath in. Exhale, pull the belly to spine. Now brace on top of that and breathe. As we gently either give those self-taps or get someone else to threaten with that implement or punch, and then shake. Stay strong. Let's get to the floor and work on the hips. So we'll go knees over toes. Whoa. Yeah, anyhow. But knees over toes, wiggle there a little bit, challenge those ankles left and right, and then stand up tall and find your balance. Maybe close your eyes here. Whoa.
Just keep them open.
And then nice and slow. Then go knees over toes, and we'll go down towards that toe squat and just hang out here for a little bit. And same thing, try to find the lateral, medial, or middle borders of the feet. And then knees to the ground. Extend the hips through, make the right appropriate room, and then we'll go fingertips, callus lines, and then full palms to the ground. The elbow pits, they're forward, the shoulders are low, and pull the hands to the knees, encouraging the shoulders to drift over, extending the wrist. Then press the hands forward that you go back. Repeat pulling yourself forward and pressing away. Straighten those elbows. Last one here. Pull, create that tension between you and the floor, and then press away, extend those hips through, and we'll quarter turn at those wrists next. Fingertips, callus lines, full hands. From here, I'll press to the right, shifting my weight left, feel the preload, and then push to the left, transition back to the right. Feel the difference between the floor and your hands, and when we press, that's going to be your toes gripping the ground. Push to center, push through the wrists, extend the hips, then assemble your stance in our lunge. Hike a hip, pull a hip low, tuck a hip under, pull a hip back, find that right position for you regarding hips level. At this place, let's squeeze or extend the back hip and a butt cheek, hip extension, and press down through the front leg. From there, we'll pull ourselves forward, encouraging that knee over toe like our squat action happens later, and then push forward, returning back to center. We'll do that one more time. This back butt cheek is squeezed. Pull on the ground, forward. Stack head, shoulders, and hips, and then push back to center. Open that leg to the lateral side now, and with the leg facing lateral, take that hand across the chest. At the head neck, rotate to look towards the leg lateral, and then the rotation through the rib cage. Look back to center where you started, and then turn through the rib cage. Repeat nice and tall head rotation, then let that chest rotation happen next. Then we'll hinge on the floor, place a hand on the ground, and then gaze towards the hand on the floor, Then let the rib cage, upper body catch up in a rotation. Next, look to the ceiling with the head neck first, and then press through the floor, rotating through the T-spine. Then look back to the ground. Rotations through the rib cage again, sternum faces the floor. The last one will look up, rotate through the rib cage, press the floor away, assemble ourselves in our squared lunge, and slide the leg underneath and alternate to the other side. Find level, so do a hip hike or pull it down, level those hips the best you can. Squeeze, extending the back butt cheek, pressing down on the front. We'll pull ourselves forward, pull ourselves forward, create tension, press back to center, keep squeezing this back butt cheek, and again, pull yourself forward. The head, shoulders, and hips stay stacked, and with the back hip extended, we'll press forward, returning to tall. Slowly open that leg lateral and take the same hand side across the body. At the head neck, we rotate to look lateral, and then with the rib cage T-spine, we follow in a rotation. Then head returns to center, upper back returns center. Repeat, head neck rotation. Then we follow with the rib cage, hinging on the hip next, hand to floor. Then look towards the floor, let the rib cage follow. Then look up to the ceiling, head neck rotation first, and then pattern through the ribs. Then look back down to the floor, rotation through the ribs, and for the final one, we'll look up with the head, rotate through the core, press the floor away, assemble ourselves back into the lunge, and return to hands on the floor. Go fingertips, callus lines, hands. Then tip your tailbone to the ceiling as in a cow pose in that yoga class, and then gently lift your knees, bending throughout, tailbone to ceiling. If you can maintain that tailbone to ceiling, slowly straighten the knees, pressing the heels to the floor. Breathe there, modify with our knee bend, and for one last time, we'll tip the tailbone to the ceiling, and nice and slow, straighten those knees. Maintain the length of the spine, the stretch on those calves and hams, and then press back as you need, assemble in your hinge, and press your hips forward. We'll shake that out. We'll grab a light bell here and just quickly go through some loaded carries to continue to fire up that grip. Let's start with our low suitcase hold. So setting up your hinge, pick up the kettlebell with one arm, and again here we want to think about preloading and squaring the shoulders. Then full body tension lift, assemble your stance. For 10 seconds, perhaps march on the spot. Press down and pull up. Perhaps 2 or 3 repetitions per side. And then open your stance, return to the floor, come up barehanded, and switch. Practice that hinge groove. Grab, square shoulders, and to lift. Assemble your stance as you need. Stay right here. You could go for a little walk like I am now, or marching on that spot. Push down, pull up. Last repetition or 2. Open your stance, return to the floor, come up barehanded. One more hold for me today. Let's just explore that nice racks position. We'll cheat clean this up, so with a single hand on the bell, preload and zip up that coat to that racks position. And same effort here, drive down, pull up for up to 10 seconds. Find that balance and grip. How's that shoulder? Use this as a nice check-in before we expand the tasks for today. To the floor, come up barehanded with the wiggle. The last exercise for me until we pass that torch to Lauren. We'll hinge, we'll pull a kettlebell to that racks position, assemble together, find center, be strong.
Oh wait, did I do that last time?
March, for sure. You can march. We can travel left and right. Personalize these loaded carries for you and build strength and endurance and safety in our lift. Whew. I felt pretty good with the breath, and then, oh my goodness, the sweat taps opened up as we started to go. So
Make
thank
sure
you.
you're drinking some water throughout this class.
That's a good cue.
Or after.
Yeah.
All right, it's your favorite time. I just had so many overwhelming comments on how many people like this low getup. My inbox was flooded.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take a lighter bell, and we're gonna do a get up, one each side, with pauses along the way. I do suggest you pick a lighter bell, if I didn't mention that already. Come on down to the cuddle. We're gonna try to hold each position for 10 seconds, but you know me. 10 seconds bleeds into 15.
I hope
All right.
not.
3, 2, two-handed roll, two-handed press, firing range hold, 10 seconds here. Shoulders packed, foot is planted, other leg singular is out nice and long. Use your hip drive, pull to your elbow. In this position, we're still looking at it with the bell. Our shoulders are stacked, our elbow underneath us. Press to your hand. In this position again, we're still looking at the bell. Our elbows are straight, packed into our shoulders, starting to press the floor away. We'll bridge and sweep, stay here. Again, our shoulders are on top of each other and on top of our wrist. And then we'll press through the floor, extend our hips, and front foot moves to that lunge position. Right now we have level hips, our shoulder is packed. And in 3, 2, we'll come to standing. Hold the standing position again for 10 seconds. Pull down, engaging the lat. Squeeze those butt cheeks as you're up here. Now, leg you can touch, drop back, pause at the bottom of this lunge again. Feel the core, but still breathe. Front foot opens, rotate, hinge, just like we did in our warm-up, stacking those shoulders, but pausing again. For about another 5 seconds here, that top wrist is still straight. And then we'll sweep and find our tall sit. Right now, I'm still looking up at that bell, still breathing. And in 3, 2, we'll find our elbow. We only have 20 seconds left here. 10 in this position and 10 in our firing range. Maintain that straight wrist. Find your back with control. And the last 10 seconds here in our firing range position. 4, 2, two hands, pull your bell down and cut it. Let me look at the time really quick. 2 minutes.
That was pretty good. I was keeping track. Those 10 seconds, they were pretty honest
good
there. That was pretty fair.
With that being said, I did do funny things with my head to try to check out the time. So please don't pattern my lookabouts.
Most often, it's looking up at that loaded arm, unless you're in that lunge, looking straight ahead the horizon.
Get ready.
Okay.
3, 2, cuddle, roll, press. 10 seconds here. Shoulder packed. Set up for that move in 3, 2, to the elbow. Again, stacked shoulders, proud bottom shoulder, keeping that lat engaged, looking up towards your bell. 3, 2, find your hand. Bottom shoulder packed, bottom hand spread out wide on the floor, feeling that grip in through the palm and the fingertips. 3, 2, bridge sweep, hold. Making sure here those shoulders stacked on one another and that top wrist is straight and strong. 3, 2, floor press away, front foot moves. Holding this lunge position with that back toe tucked, level hips, preparing to use both legs to get up. Here, stay stacked, stay tall, trying to keep that bicep in line with the ear. Halfway, leg you can touch, drop back lunge, pausing here. That back toe I like to keep tucked for now, and those hips staying level. Front foot opens, rotate, hinge, stack those shoulders. Again, looking up at that bell, feeling that weight through that bottom hand as now we sweep and find that tall sit. Breathing, focusing on what we're doing and what our next position is going to be right now to the elbow. And as we found that elbow, we kept our shoulders stacked, our lats engaged, and then we'll find our back now, and our last 10 seconds will be in that firing range position. Keep that wrist straight and strong. 3, 2, two hands, pull it down. I cut you some slack on that side. 10 seconds.
Cutting slack.
Come to standing any way you'd like. Clear your area a little bit, grab a sip.
Has that drill gotten easier for you? I know that I've been using that 24 kilogram load here, and over the course of a month or two of doing that every other week, or seems that we do that, it feels easier. I'm not ready to go heavier, but it feels a little bit more strong in the grips and less demanding on the elbows.
I still remember the first time we did this drill. It was at a certification, and they told everybody to grab a light bell, and you can imagine some people in the room didn't. Well, halfway through the drill, you heard a bunch of boom, 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 and their bells fell. It was pretty funny. All right, we're over top of our bell.
Okay.
We're pressing today, 5 sets. 5 sets. I'm gonna go for 2 reps on every set. Ian, what are you doing?
Well, I don't want to be
Faster
different.
decision.
The same.
Okay.
The same. No, 2 threes.
Ready?
Yeah.
First side, hinge, cheek clean to rack, press at your number, 5 rounds total. Here we go, first arm. Cheek clean to rack, press it. I said 2, I'm gonna do 3 as well. I'm sorry, but not. Put it down, shake it out. I forgot what I was working on lately, and I was working on sets of 3s. So I'm gonna keep 3s. We're taking a second off. We're gonna do the second arm, and then we're gonna do some single leg work. Second side, same number of reps. Set 1, here we go. Nice. We'll talk about some pressing tips before we do our next set of presses. Until then, shake, give yourself some room, single leg time. Stand on a single leg. Bring the other leg up so it's in tight, knee pointed forward, hips level. Right now, knee presses towards over toe. We hang out, we tap down, try to sink a little bit lower, offload, hold, and then press through, driving those hips through. Repeat, knee over toe. Light tap, sink a little lower, offload, press through to tall. Last one on this side, knee over toe. Tap, sink a bit more. Offload, grow to tall, extend that hip, and relax. Nice, shake it out. Other side. Low foot, knee forward, hips level. Knee over toe. Tap, sink, offload, drive through, extend. Repeat, knee over toe. Tap, sink, offload, press to tall. Last one, knee over toe, tap, sink, let go, press through, and shake. Nice. So round 2 of presses of 5. I'm keeping that number 3. Maybe you're doing 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, or 1s, 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 2s, 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 3, you pick. But whatever you're doing, you're rooting your feet, you're using your muscles from the bottom up to help this bell get overhead. First side, set 1, 2, here we go. Rack it, press it. Whew. Last week, Ian was working on his floppy arm and trying not to have flops back here, but to have tension. Tension here will help this side.
This week, it seems like I need to work on pulling that kettlebell down on my second side here for more control.
Second side, hinge, grip rack, press. And park. Nice. Great.
Yeah, we did see someone around town just the other week, and they said Lauren's cue of pulling up those kneecaps and squeezing the butt on the press really helped. Use that full body tension as I'm trying to achieve with that stiffer other arm.
All right, back to the single legs again, sinking a little bit lower. So 1 leg up, knee over toe. Let's tap down and try to sit back in our butt cheeks. Offload, hold, and then press through to tall. We're progressing towards that pistol again. Knee over toe. Tap, sit back, lower, hold, and press to tall. Last one, knee over toe. Tap, sit back, hold, and press. Whew.
Yeah,
Shake.
the shakes and wiggles help on that one.
Other side. Level hips, knee forward, knee over toe. Tap and sink, offload, hold, press through. Repeat. knee over toe. Tap, sink, offload, grow. Last time. Knee over toe. Tap and sink, hold, press through to tall, and shake.
Nice.
All right. Round three.
3 for 3.
Ding, ding, ding. Round 3. I'm still sticking with 3s. They're feeling good. They're going up well. Here we go. First side, hinge grip, and press it. And park. Nice. Shake it out. Take a little second off.
There is something with that stonkers kind of weather here when it's hot. Whether you use chalk or a towel or your pants, secure the bell with your grips. Of course, pay attention to that.
Safety first. All right, second side, same number of reps. Hinge grip and press. Park with control.
Ooh, that's getting tough.
On that dismount. All right, we're in round 3 of our pistols. This will be our last round of single legs, and then I want to get into that Cossack squat again. So for this one, we're going to do our full pistol, but until then, let's get our feet underneath us, 2 feet down, and prepare for it. So send your knees over your toes, and then sink a little lower back into your chair, and keep sinking as low as you can get with your heels on the floor right now, and your spine is as extended as possible. Hold for a couple seconds, and then press up to tall. Maybe you do that same exercise again, or go back to one of the previous leg drills, single leg drills. Otherwise, let's pull a leg up, extend it out, and sink to your safe low that you can get back up out of. 1 or 2 more, only going to where you can come back from. Last one, heel stays heavy on that floor. Press through and return. Shake it out. Make sure you breathe in between. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Grip that foot into the floor, root it. Other legs up and out. Here we go. Pull down and up to tall. Reaching long, trying to keep that leg up and keep that balance too. Last rep here. Coming out safely every time and shaking it out.
That's still my favorite thing from COVID.
What?
I've been able to do the pistol.
Yes.
More time to practice those basics. We hope it's helping our practice at home. We live how it helps us every day.
It's true.
Easy there.
All right.
AS stance.
Ready? Round 4 or 5. Here we go. Hinge. Grip. First side. Press it. And park it. Shake it out.
Yeah.
Eye up that bell. Get ready for the second side. Feels good still?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Me too. Ready? Second side, round 4. Hinge grip. And hook. Park.
Sorry about that noise.
That's okay. I'm sure some people made some of those noises at home.
Oh, whew. That was a grind on that last one, we'll call it.
A little grind. All right, we'll warm up our Cossacks here. Not quite into that low depth, but we'll get there next round. Stand with your feet wider than your hips. And you'll have to figure out your foot stance as we get going here. Press one leg away and start shifting your weight to that other side. Right now, let's just find like a medium place here. So our hips are sitting back. Right now, both heels are heavy on the floor and our spine is extended. Drive through that bent leg, come up to tall. Repeat the other side. Start pulling and pressing and find that position where our hips are sinking back here. Our knees pressing towards our toes and our heels are heavy. Drive down to stand back up. Let's continue that one more time each side. Pull and press. Hips sink back, maybe sinking a bit lower this time, and keeping those feet heavy for now. And then press through to tall. And again, pull and press. And listen to what your groin and adductors are saying. And only go as far as you can get home. Last time each side, wherever I can go, I can push out of safely and with control. Last time here, finding that little bit more room on each rep. And then press through to tall. Nice. Bring those feet together however safe. Shake. And we have one more set of presses here.
Kind of forgot about that last set of press for a second there.
Oh, well, put it in your mind now.
Okay, it's there.
Round 5. Your number. Here we go. First side. And shake. Feels great.
Oh,
Feels great.
the unintentional pause reps are super hard.
When you pause and wrap for a second too long?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I need to pause, I try to pause with the belt overhead.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we have one last set of presses today. Second side. Here we go. Hinge grip and press. And park. Nice. Parking that belt with control. We'll finish up with one more set of Cossack squats, then we'll move on to some things. All right, standing with your feet wider than those hips. We're going to sink as low as you can. So send your weight one way. This time, we're gonna allow that long leg foot to either come up to the heel or come to the instep, whatever feels good for you. Sink to your safe low, but this heel must stay connected to the floor. Spine is long. This time, let's press up to center and do the same thing on the other side. Pull, push, extended spine, decide on the foot, hold, press through to tall. Back to the first side, pulling ourselves down. Good. Hang out here for a couple seconds. Now, instead of coming up through center, I want you to stay as low as possible and sneak across. Hang out on the other side, safe low. Nice, extended. One last time. Stay as low as you can as you creep across that bottom position. Hold. And last low creep, staying below the ceiling as you drift over. To get out though, we'll press up to center. Heel toe and shake. Whew. All right, I want to finish today with some get-ups. So today's get-ups are
I got us out of one-arm swings, folks. That's a win.
I did.
At least myself.
I wasn't going to tell them.
Okay.
Then they're going to make me feel guilty about skipping one-arm swings. It's a little hot. I'm a little sweaty. We're going to go get-ups. Anyway, you can swing after this class if you want to. For get-ups here, one on our right, one on our left. Little break. 2 in a row on our right, 2 in a row on our left. Little break. Single, single. So we have a little pyramid coming here. And please feel free to stick with single reps or half get-ups. It's up to you, or alternate between body weight and a bell. Let's start on the floor. One side, up and down on that side, and then the other side one. So starting in that cuddle, rolling and pressing. Working through that get up with the hip extension and the pull. This is a normal pace get up. So taking your time, one step at a time as you work to tall, and then come back down. Sweeping, still keeping that bottom shoulder back as you press to your back. Whew, it's like a wrap. Let go, take a couple seconds. Move that bell as needed, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So a single again, starting from the cuddle, the roll press. Use the hip to press and pull. Through that bridge sweep, extending the hips, and both legs help you. Controlling the down. Rotating and stacking underneath the bell as you sweep and find the floor. Bell pulls down with control. And take a second.
No, Lauren did not do her birthday get-ups this week. Thank you for asking. What happened, Lauren?
That was Ian's birthday present to himself. I decided instead to do some handstands. So if you revisit Saturday's practice, we did birthday handstands instead. So this might not be anywhere close to my aging get-ups, but it's get-ups anyway.
Get-ups.
This next round, we're going to try for 2 in a row. Get up, get down, get up, get down. Don't put your bell down. You could always go to body weight as needed, or 1.5 reps. 1, hang under the bell. Here we go. 2 in a row. Take your time. Move through each phase. Focusing on one move at a time. And spending a little more time under this load. Keeping the bell up. Oh, shoot. Yep. And going back up again. Using both legs on the lunge with those level hips. And controlling the down. Nice. And park.
Oh, that's always the hardest though.
When you forget?
When you forget and you're thinking you're done and your coach says, we have one more. That's good though. It's hard though.
It is hard. It also makes, I'm trying not to sweat too much in my microphone. I feel like it's not going to like me. It makes one get up feel like easy. All right. 2.
2s.
On the other side.
Repeat after you. 2.
Here we go. Hip drive and pull. Pivoting around that bell. And controlling the down. As you find that hand, you start looking back up towards the ceiling. Keep an eye on that bell. And one last time back up. Pressing the floor away. Both hips. And controlling the down. Take your time. Finish with control. And park. Whew. Again, take a second off. Maybe a couple of seconds. Organize yourself for one last get up today.
Just one, each side.
One each side. I think that's good.
I do too.
Seems like a solid workout to me. Touched on all the bases. Got some cardio in. Here we go. Last set on this arm. Cuddle roll press. Yep. And pull. Find that nice sweep position. Use that back toe with the tuck to press through and control the down. And maybe it's a sign of the class. Maybe I've just run out of words. I get a little quieter towards the end here. I also feel like commentating every stage of the get up 8 times might be a little excessive.
That doesn't mean those steps aren't going through your head though, Lauren.
No.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg.
Press the floor away.
That's right. Just you're going to start to hear my voice without me talking. All right, last get up of the day. Here we go. Now I'm self-conscious and don't know what to say. And controlling that down, thinking only about your get up and each step of the way. Finish strong. Place that bell down. Stay on the floor. Just come to a nice seated position. Take a second off, and we'll end in our mer person or our 90-90 for a little bit of stretchy here. In that 90-90 position. We're actually going to do some bonus hips while we're here. So 90 at the front, 90 out the back. And right now, let's sit up tall and try to square our sternum up over our front knee. I have flexed feet. Either you have a flexed foot or a pointed foot. Don't be halfway in between. Sitting up tall, let's right now just try to drive this front leg into the floor. So you're externally rotating, you're pushing that knee or hip into the floor. Holding for a couple seconds, and then gently relax. Now let's do a similar idea, that it's external rotation on the back leg. So now staying tall, could we lift that back knee up and hold? Noticing that when we lifted that back leg, we didn't get crunchy in that side body. We stayed long. Place it down. Now let's try the opposite of that. So with that back leg, without moving, try to lift the ankle up off the floor or internally rotate on that femur. It might not move at all and you might have a massive monster cramp in your glute. Pretend to forget about it. Put your foot down. From there, let's just gently find that outside elbow. Take a couple breaths into our belly with our arm across our chest. And let's rotate our head towards the floor. And then our shoulders close up. And with our shoulders closed up, I want you to push your back hip forward, keeping your back butt cheek squeezed. Now rotate your head towards the ceiling. And then your heart chest towards the ceiling. But keep extending that back hip. While you're here, take a nice breath, filling the belly in all ways. And exhale. That felt so good. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, filling belly. And exhale. Come back to center. Press the floor away. And we'll do that same thing. I'm sweating so much. My earbuds are sweating. My ears are sweating.
You're filling up.
Earlobes, that was the right word. All right. Oh, look at this. Different on this side for me. So I'm going to square up on my other side. Sternum over front knee. And sitting up tall for 5 or so seconds, push or press that front knee into the floor. Breathe. We're going to do an extra 5 seconds just for me. 4, 3, 2, relax, but try to keep it there. So if you're like me and when you relax, that comes off the floor, I'm going to try to keep it down. As I gently then try to lift that back knee open. And again, stay long in here as to not get crunchy and pretend you have more. Hold for 3, 2, and then place that knee down. And now let's stay tall and try to internally rotate on that femur by lifting the back heel. And hold for 5, 4, 2, and gentle place down. From there, we found our elbow on that lateral side, packed our shoulder, arm across chest. Our head looked towards our elbow, and then our shoulders squared up towards that floor. Now squeeze that back butt cheek, pushing it forward. And then head will rotate towards the ceiling, and shoulders will rotate open. And while we were here with that back hip extended, we took a nice belly breath in, and exhaled. And again, big belly breath in, filling all 4 or 5 sides, whatever you want to count as sides. And exhale. Pressing away the floor, sitting up and saying goodbye. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on this sweaty strength and swings class. Next week we'll swing, because Ian told us not to this week.
I didn't say not to. I just thought the get-ups would be fun today instead.
I think they were enough. If you want more kettlebell and working on the basics, we're doing that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Bar class Thursday, some more bar on Friday, and we play on Saturday. Stay tuned, take care, and until next time, stay strong.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for joining.